My Saturday was good and you? Mine was okay. Alright guys, let's get this started. We're going to be reading for messages coming in for April for the water signs today. We're going to be starting with Cancer. And then after Cancer, we'll be doing Scorpio. And we're going to be doing Pisces. So, Cancer. What are some messages for Cancer for April? We got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Cancer, this is... You got the Ace of Swords in reverse followed by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm getting here is you feel like you're being suffocated. It actually is giving off this energy that you feel like you're getting nagged at by like different people. And it's making you feel very burdened and you're not really in the best like condition to be dealing with this type of like pressure from people. For you, it's kind of like chaos and things aren't really clear for you to make a decision to begin with. It just seems like you want to be alone and you're like pulling away from everyone because you're just not in the right state of mind to be dealing with this. Tell me more. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands in reverse. Tell me more. See, these are sticking out. Any more cards? Alright. Let's do these. Okay, Cancer. I'm going to read out what you have. You have the Four of Swords upright, followed by the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, then the Ace of Wands comes in reverse, followed by the Four of Cups, the Magician upright. We got the Two of Pentacles and then the Three of Swords afterwards. So let's see here. Cancer, it doesn't seem like you're getting a lot of rest, to be honest with you. You've been very withdrawn and you've been trying very hard to like have self-reflection. It's also showing me that like, you know, there's a lot that you've been thinking about regarding the suffocating and the nagging and all these people bothering you. It just seems like you don't want to like hear it, but then there's also a part of you is wondering like, you know, should I or shouldn't I listen to this, right? Hold on, I'm just gonna turn on the light because it's getting darker. And then followed by the Queen of Wands is like, there's this part of you that is kind of like sticking up for yourself to an extent. You don't actually like want to like hear what people have to say. It's like you're kind of putting a boundary where you're just like, look, I get it, but like I just need more time to myself. And you know, like I think there's a part of you that is also kind of like determined to figure things out on your own. You're enthusiastic despite the circumstances, followed by the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I actually can see two things here. Like, so back to this part. Like, I feel like either this is you putting a foot down and like keeping into your boundary, but I also feel like there's someone that you are gonna go to that has a lot of determination and is very enthusiastic and very like has a lot of like probably even a fire sign that like you kind of like depend on and want to talk to like a therapist. I don't know. For me, I'm getting that second interpretation here, like with a person lying down talking to a therapist that knows what's up and you know understands and can stick up for you. Because I feel like in the next set of cards here we have like the Queen of Cups, right? And the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing type of like person. They're very compassionate. They're very like receptive, and they're always giving. Okay, like I feel like this is you, Cancer, because like you are very like motherly. You are very nurturing. You're always giving to others, and I feel like with this coming into play, like I feel this represents you in the reading, like you're trusting your intuition and you're always been like receptive to others, but like you're in a place right now where you can't really like give to others like you usually do, and I think this is what's really like affecting you right now. But because with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it's like it doesn't really show that something is happening. If anything, there's a lot of delays, there's a lot of like obstacles that are like stopping you from going forward, and it's giving you a lot of depression. I also think that there's a misunderstanding here that is taking place that's really impacting your mood, whether it's with you and the other person that might be nagging you, or just in general, like you just feel very misunderstood despite you always being so nurturing. With the Four of Cups here, I do see a lot of meditation for you in place. There's going to be more times where you will withdraw and just really like seclude yourself to like be in your thoughts, be in your emotion, and just self-reflect. This might be something that brings you more peace, but at some point you will make an action here when you are done meditating. Like I think like you have this meditation period that needs to be completed before you decide you want to take action, and you're not going to move until you're ready, which makes sense because you are a cardinal sign. You're going to do things your way. If you're not ready to do anything, you're not going to do it. And so with this Two of Pentacles followed by the Three of Swords, you're more about like trying to prioritize your time and keeping more balance. I think that's what's really important here. It's just like you're meditating and reflecting and doing all these things, like what can I do more of and what can I do less of? What's more about like a priority of focus or not? Like whether or not like this involves like your life or with a situation or with a person, I think you're trying to weigh the scale and decide whether or not what you want to move forward with, because I'm sensing here you're not really sure if you want to give up or not on something. And then like with here we have Three of Swords, which is talking about like either a heartbreak, it talks about grieving, but it also is just like this might indicate like you're kind of in a situation. For those of you who are in a relationship, there's a third person involved or a third entity that is affecting your relationship that's stressing you out. But this could also be like, the cause of the depression is that you have a heartbreak that you haven't really fully healed from. Hey Martinez, what's up, Avi? Finally made it. What are the hidden factors for Cancer? Four of Pentacles, Judgment, Six of Cups. What else? What are some hidden messages for Cancer? Five of Cups in reverse, Five of Wands. The number 5 is standing out to me. I don't know if the number 5 means anything for this portion of the read. Hidden factors, and then the number 5 is popping out because 5 came out twice. Got the Ace of Swords. Any more hidden factors for Cancer? I see these two sticking out. Two of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords. Okay. Is there any more cards that want to come out for hidden factors? You see this one? Is there any more cards that want to come out for hidden factors? Okay. I'll make sure that you guys can see it. 1 second. Okay. So hidden factors for Cancer for the month, the beginning of April, right? You got the Four of Pentacles, Judgment, and then Six of Cups, and then the Five of Cups in reverse, followed by the Ace of Swords. Okay. So, and then the number 5 did pop out to me for some reason in this reading because it came out twice. I don't know why, like certain things that will come up while I'm reading, I will say. So if the number 5 means anything to any of you Cancers, just keep in mind that this hidden factors is pertaining to that significance behind the 5. So, someone here has been saving money. There is someone who, with the Four of Pentacles, has been very greedy, been very frugal, and they basically want to have control of everything. And that's just how they are. They're very, like, tight-gripped. And then, like, it's involving someone with this type of quality. And then you have the Judgment card coming in, right? So, this seems like if you're dealing with a person with this quality, there's a chance that this person is entering a new phase, or you might be entering a new phase where there is a new awakening for this situation. This might be a redemption period. The person might even be like, whoever this greedy individual is, might be like hoping for some type of forgiveness from you, Cancer. I don't know if this is the nagging presence or if it's the person with this quality, but like this seems like it looks like they're coming in to like beg for like an apology, or they're gonna apologize, and it seems to me like they're looking up to you for forgiveness. Then you have the Six of Cups with the Five of Cups in reverse. I feel like in terms of hidden factors, whoever this person is, they want to, it's really selfish. They want, you know, mercy. They want forgiveness. It seems like they're thinking a lot about the past. And they want to go back to the past where things were happy, like old memories. There's a chance that this might involve like childhood memories, but this is like mostly a like past energy where things were like very like good. A lot of nostalgia is coming in. But there's a part of them that is also like moving on and trying to find peace. I see like whoever this person is knows they messed up and they want to move on and ask for forgiveness because they've been thinking a lot about the past and they're coming to terms with how things went, but they want to move on and they want to have peace. They're also trying to like find some type of personal resolve on how they handled it if they can't like talk it out with you. I'm getting avoidant energy with this Five of Wands. Like usually when this is like upright, there's conflict, right? But this one is trying to avoid the conflict. They know that there's a fight that's waiting to happen, and so because of that, they're trying to avoid, you know, avoid the conflict. They want to be able to peacefully respect each other's differences, and it just seems like followed by the Ace of Swords. There is a breakthrough of some sort, like some mental clarity on this situation that is needed. So if I were to summarize the first row, this is a person that has been very greedy, very frugal with their money. It seems like they're the avoidant type, and like they are coming through with a mental clarity, a breakthrough of some sort, because they have been thinking a lot about the past when things used to be good. And they just want to find peace and move on from this. They might be like even hoping that you guys can talk things out, and he wants like to be either forgiven or not. Like I think like the person here, I'm getting male energy too. Like I feel like you might be someone who is masculine, or someone like who this pertains to is a masculine energy. I feel like this person wants you to forgive them. And if not, they're going to try to find a way to like forgive themselves for what they did. Because they're like been thinking a lot about the past. So the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands in reverse, followed by the Page of Swords. They're afraid of change also. They're very scared of the changes that will come through. I feel like that's why they're also kind of avoidant. Um, they've been thinking a lot about this, and they're not ready to face the new changes that this might bring. Even though they know they eventually have to have that confrontation, like, there is a lot of reluctance and avoidance because they don't want things to change at the same time. Like, and the thing about it though is, like, they will find ways to, like, communicate and come through. Like, they're not really direct, so they're going to try to be creative the way they go about it. They're very curious about, like, how things are with you, so they might be sneaky with how they do it because they don't want things to change. They're trying really hard to resist it. But I do see something is going to happen very fast with this Eight of Wands. There might be even a chance that you might travel very, like, suddenly. So with this Emperor card, this is a heavy Aries energy. And with this, in combination with this Eight of, like, Wands, this might be influenced in an impulsive and, like, take charge type of, like, decision. But I do see that with this cup, I mean, there's, like, Nine of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of dissatisfaction here. Alright. In all summary, this person is afraid of change. And they're going to try to be creative here. There's a chance that they might try to provoke someone here. Either, like, they're probably going to provoke an Aries here. They're going to do it. It's going to be very fast and rapid, and you're going to get upset about it. Or, like, they're going to try to communicate with you, but you're going to, like, with the influence of, like, this Emperor energy, you're going to hold your grounds. You're going to be very authoritative, and you're going to resist it. It's going to make you very upset, though. This is, like, some of the different interpretations I'm getting from this hidden message. Yeah. It's like you're going to come off in a way where you're like, no, we're not going to do this. Like, you have to respect me, and this is how things are going to be. I'm going to have control of this, and we're not going to do things your way. Like, I feel like something impulsive is about to happen here. But, like, there is a lot of, like, dissatisfaction that will follow through with this situation. Can you give me advice for Cancer? Like, this sounds like some shit's about to go down for the beginning of April. What's some advice we can give for Cancer? Hi, Karen. What's up, Megs? Welcome in. We got the Hermit in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, followed by the Judgment card upright. We got Judgment coming in again. A lot of karmic energy is coming out with Judgment in the season of Aries. Wheel of Fortune is coming out, but in reverse. Five of Wands upright. Page of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups, Two of Cups. Is there any more advice? Ooh, yep, there's more advice for Cancer. Cancer is... wow, okay. These are showing itself. I will read all these cards. Yeah, Megs, where you been, girl? Missed you. Hope you've been doing well. Alright. I'm going to read all the cards that are upright with their little descriptions for this advice to help resonate with some of you Cancers that are watching. And then once I'm done reading like the ones that are upright, I'm going to try to like put all the cards together and try to like interpret the message, overall message for this advice section. Let's see. So we got the Hermit in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, followed by the Judgment. Now with the Judgment card, it says here, the Judgment card often indicates that you need to make life-changing decisions. But unlike those associated with the Logical Justice card, this decision requires a blend of intuition and intellect. You are experiencing a spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. You hear the call and are ready to act. And then keywords here is judgment, change of position, and outcome. And then followed that is the Wheel of Fortune card. So like something karmic is about to go down for you, Cancer, at the beginning of April. And it's likely to be combined with judgment. So this is a very important moment. Five of Wands. You may be in the midst of a battle between rivals. In a group setting, there is a fight for dominance and each have their voices heard. However, sometimes competition can be healthy. Rather than backing down, embrace change and deferring opinions of others. And keywords here is competition, rivalry, and disagreement. Then you have the Page of Wands following, and then the Two of Cups following, Three of Cups following, Temperance card following, Ace of Pentacles, and then the upright card, Five of Pentacles. It says here, Five of Pentacles signals a time of poverty, money, troubles, or loss. You may be having a difficult relationship with money, which is likely the core of your problems. However, know there is always help available. All you need to do is seek it out. So poverty, hardship, and loneliness. And then it says the Six of Swords, and then Three of Wands. Three of Wands says, after the planning period of the Two of Wands, it's time to put those plans into action. Open the doors of opportunity to broaden your scope. Start thinking long term and be ready to embrace change. So preparation, expansion, and enterprise. Life has been lifing. I don't know if you've been watching the Sagittarius reads, Megs, but y'all going through some shit. My God. Okay. So, Cancer. You got the Hermit card and then the Queen of Swords coming together first here. So, it seems like there's a lot of fear going on here where you might be doing a little too little or a little too much of self-reflection. And so, followed by the Queen of Swords in reverse, I sense a lot of bitterness. There's times where you are self-reflecting and you might be a little too harsh, either to others or to yourself. And you come off a little cold-hearted. But like, given the circumstances, like, you're going through a lot and people won't leave you alone. Which is what the main read started off with, is that there's a lot of chaos happening because people are suffocating you and you just want to be left alone because you need to like heal, you need to self-reflect, and so you come off a little bitter to those around you. And then, like we said earlier, the Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune coming together. Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. It seems like there's going to be an outcome. There's either a change of outcome that's going to happen or a change of position, your different view, based on the Wheel of Fortune. Like, this is meant to happen. So the Wheel of Fortune, as I previously said in other readings, it's karmic. It's a karmic tie, meaning to say that this is meant to happen in your life, and it's meant to happen over and over and over until you learn the lesson here. And this can also be talking about even the past life. Maybe this was something that you have unfinished business with someone since a past life and it's come back in your life. Either way, like, this is meant to happen in your life. And it's a lesson that's going to keep repeating itself over and over and over again until you learn your lesson and let go. And so what is important here is trusting your judgment on how you want to handle this circumstance, because if not, it's going to happen again soon, and you're going to go through it over and over and over again. And maybe that's something you've noticed, Cancer, is that this is a situation that seems to repeat itself over and over. It doesn't really feel like you've like gotten anywhere. Like, there's times where you feel like you've gotten better, but then you kind of go back to square one of like this like shitty cycle. Let's just say it, you know? And it's because it's a Wheel of Fortune moment in your life that's going to keep repeating itself until a lesson is learned. These are very hard to get out of. And so it seems like there's some disagreements that have occurred here. And because of that, there's a lot of like pessimism you have with this situation. You don't think things are going to work out. There's like a lot of like negative energy. And there's also this part of you that feels like you're lost. Like there's a lack of direction. And it's all tied into this situation with this person. And it seems like there's a lot of disagreements, but there's also a lot of competition and rivalry here. Like, it's like you guys are both fighting to be the alpha of the connection. There was definitely a breakup. This is involving a lot of tension from a breakup. And things haven't been feeling right. There's a great imbalance that just hasn't really like fixed itself since then. And then there's a chance that there might have been an affair. And it's like there's a chance here also that like with this 3 of Cups in reverse, that your creativity has been stifled. It's not able to like grow. It's kind of like stunted, and it won't move. There's a part of you that mentally is stuck. And like what I'm getting here with the Temperance card in reverse is that there's been some conflicting and competitive competing interests. Like you want something, this person, he wants something, and they just don't go along with each other. They don't complement each other. They go against each other. And I do see that there was a lot of financial worry here, and with that Ace of Pentacles. And it's showing me that someone here got very greedy, corruptively so, due to this financial worry. They were afraid of possible hardships that could occur here. Up to the point of like feeling completely alone in this fear, that they felt lonely even though they weren't. There is a lot of like unresolved issues here. And it seems like it's not just you, it's also the other person with that 6 of Swords. There's a lot of unresolved issues here. And both of you guys can't move on. But ending with that 3 of Wands, it does seem like it's time to prepare for an expansion of some sort. Either you're like going to like expand on your business, or you're thinking about moving into a new home with bigger like rooms, more space. I feel like what's important here is just like there's this level of feeling confined, and you need to like unlimit yourself. And that's probably why there's a lot of fire energy. There's a lot of like fire energy cards that came out here, where like it's like telling you to like expand, like be impulsive, do that move. Like it's like you've been like in your own little like jailhouse, and you just need to like rip that up and just go forward and see what's out there. And it's just like, if not, you're just kind of like stuck in this cycle that's just gonna keep repeating itself over and over. And it's just not a good time for you, Cancer. So I am going to pull a couple more cards, because I don't really think there's a lot of advice here. Yeah, I know this is a love reading. The Lover's card came out. Ace of Swords. 7 of Swords. Okay. The Lover's card. This card signifies a harmonious relationship with an old foundation and a deep bond. Outside of the relationships, the Lovers indicates that an important decision may have to be made. Be clear of your values and belief systems, and stay true to yourself. Ace of Swords, a card of courage, new ideas, and mental breakthroughs and clarity. The confusion has cleared, and you have a balanced mind. Cut away the excess and focus on your goals. So, making choices here. Having the power to win. And then with that 7 of Swords in reverse, It says here ignoring advice and breaking old habits. In terms of your situation, Cancer, you have to do what's right by you. And you have to make some really tough decisions. You're going to be the one to make the decisions. It's going to be hard, but you have to do that. And you have to realize your goals, first of all, and then focus on obtaining those goals and being victorious. And if you have to ignore advice in order to do that, then go ahead. But overall, you need to like break your old habits, because your habits are kind of like confining you to this Wheel of Fortune. I think that's like the overall advice here. And if this resonated, I hope this helps with you, Cancer. All right, Pisces. Messages for Pisces. What are some messages that are coming in for Pisces? Messages for Pisces, please. 2 to 3 cards. Eight of Wands. There's a change of pace. Some actions going down. Well, damn. Temperance, King of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there seems to be a change of pace that's going to happen for you, Pisces. It might be an action of some sort that's supposed to lead into like a more balanced lifestyle. More moderation is to come. You might be imbalanced right now or for the rest of March, but some balance is to come in with that temperance, and followed by that Eight of Wands. With the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, if you are dealing with someone that might be aggressive or dramatic or demanding, it's best for you to be very precise and articulate and be honest. Be in your King of Swords energy towards anyone that might come off as aggressive towards you with that Queen of Wands. That might be aggressive or like snobby, passive aggressive, maybe even dramatic. Like, hold your ground, be very articulate, and be very truthful in how you handle that person. Because it seems like this might be some conflict of some sort, whether this is a relationship or a friendship, a family relative, or like even in the workplace, like a coworker. If someone is giving you like a lot of like really snobby, obnoxious, dramatic type of energy, this is a period where you you tip the scale and make a balance by standing up to them. Eight of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. 10 of Swords. Oops. I want a lot of cards. I want only a few. Eight of Pentacles. Who said you can get a popsicle? Did I say you can get a popsicle? That's okay, get your popsicle. I'm just playing with you. I better be ready then. Yeah, you better be ready. About to clap back on these people. Me, the fuck? Who says you could be sucking on a popsicle? I didn't give you permission. I'm just playing. I'll see you with them popsicles. The moon. Any more? Oh, I saw that, so I'm gonna like leave it out there, but these, Okay. Pisces. Hey, yo, I'm not reading that out loud. Okay, Pisces. It seems like with this Eight of Cups in reverse, followed by the Ace of Wands, it seems like you've been feeling really like down on some delays due to some misunderstanding. You've been feeling like kind of hopeless and more withdrawn. or you might be drifting apart from something where you feel like might have been a misunderstanding. Keep in mind though, this isn't present. This is for like the month of April, the first half. So either this is something that is ongoing or something that's going to happen, where you feel like you might be drifting away due to some misunderstandings. But you're going to take some time to recover from it. With this Ten of Swords in reverse, it's going to be a new beginning for something. But like, it's something that you have been slowly like, you know, honing your skill on and studying. There's a lot of perseverance here where you have been like really focusing on details and like improving yourself. Soon enough, with that Moon card, followed by the Knight of Cups, it seems like there's going to be something here that you're afraid of. I don't know if you're being tested or you're afraid to like show yourself off, but eventually like you are going to be exposing yourself to like an extent. But you're also very scared of doing that. But with that Knight of Cups, it's encouraging you to express yourself, show your creativity, and like don't worry about it. Yeah, you're gonna eventually have a lot of control over yourself here. With that Six of Swords. Don't worry. I feel like also there might be a chance that someone might come in and help you. And it's gonna help you feel less stressed out and less afraid. But there's some good energy coming from here. Whatever this, I feel like you're being tested. There's going to be an opportunity to test yourself, improve yourself in front of others. And you're going to be afraid, but I'm sensing like you won't be alone. And somebody might help you. And you're going to feel much more calm and in control of yourself. What are some hidden factors for Pisces? The Fool card. Queen of Wands in reverse. This happened twice already. So this is something involving this individual from earlier. It's also giving Aries energy. It's a fire energy. Strength card, Tower. What else for Pisces? What are some hidden factors for Pisces for the month of April? Knight of Swords in reverse. Nine of what is that? Nine of Wands. Three of Pentacles upright. Page of Swords. Five. Okay. What is the music? The fuck? Okay, let's see here. Okay. In regards to your hidden factors for April, it seems like with that Fool card, and this is also another like Aries card, I don't know if the person you're dealing with is an Aries or has like Aries like qualities, but it seems like there's a new beginning that involves this individual from earlier, because it's the same card. There's gonna be a new beginning with this person. It's probably gonna be a lot more seems like the same energy. Like this person is gonna be very introverted but very like jealous. Be careful around this kind of person. With this Fool card, it's always like a new beginning, right? And always going forward. But like be careful and watch your step, because you never know if you're gonna like trip and fall like this person in this picture. I always look at that as a warning. So it's like you're trying to like, you know, move forward with a new beginning involving this individual and start over, but it might not be the best. It might not be the same intention here because they're still in the same position as they were earlier. They still are feeling jealous towards you. And then we got the Strength card followed by the Tower card. The Strength is in reverse. There's a lot of insecurity here. Not just with this person, but also with yourself. Be careful with that. I do sense with that Tower card, there's gonna be a sudden change that's gonna shake you to your core. Definitely a sudden change that's gonna be coming in. You might have some like revelations that will kick in, and it's gonna make you feel like really insecure. You might even like have like a lot of self-doubts and low energy regarding this. It's a lot of struggle that's gonna come into play. And then with that King of Swords in reverse, it's talking, the Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's showing that, like, it's warning you of burnouts. You're gonna feel very burnt out, and you might even be impulsive at times. Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of impulsive energy. Like, you might freak out and do something impulsive, and you might be, like, working yourself, like, to the death. Like, this burnout card is very strong. This is also like, yeah, be careful with the burnouts. 9 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords in reverse, 5 Pentacles in reverse. Despite you feeling a level of like doubt, like there's gonna be a point where you're gonna be tested. Like a test of faith is going to come in, and you have to be like courageous when this moment comes. You'll know when it happens. Like, and you have to like stand your guard and like keep to your boundaries and keep to yourself. Be true to yourself and, you know, be firm with your boundaries. I do sense a lot of teamwork that needs to be coming into play here soon as well. Maybe when it comes to working with others, like, will be an opportunity for you to like prove yourself, but you have to be firm with your boundaries here, Pisces. But just know that like teamwork is the best way to go about this, whatever the situation is, working together with others. It also shows me like there might be someone that might be manipulative in this setting that is recovering from financial loss. So whenever that occurs, and especially in the workplace, like this is someone who's very desperate, very insecure, and will try to do some shady, manipulative shit to make you look bad so they can look good because they're like insecure with their debts. Hey, yo, she on that pineapple popsicle? Let's get it. Anyway, let's get some advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces? High Priestess in reverse, Lovers reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups, reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Well, you have no cards that are upright. The World in reverse. The Death card in reverse. Eight of Pentacles upright, the Moon in reverse, and then the 3 of Wands. Okay. The only card that's upright here is the 8 of Pentacles. So it says here, a card of hard work, diligence, and learning new skills. You may be undergoing some changes in your work and education, all for the sake of improving your circumstances for the better. Learning, apprenticeships, and honing skill. Yeah, this came out earlier. You're like really honing in on like improving yourself, Pisces, for your skill set at work. All right, with the High Priestess in reverse and the Lovers reverse. So in terms of advice, follow your passion, okay? And always like stick to your moral compass while you're chasing after your passion, okay? There might be an imbalance in how you communicate with others with that Lover's card in reverse. There might be even some distance in communication with someone that might occur here. Be mindful of like people who are that are very selfish and can be angry and be petty at times. When they're like in those zones, they might be careless in what they do, which will impact you in the long run. For those Queen of Wands and Three of Pentacles. And then with the Ace of Cups and Page of Cups in reverse, it's talking about like blocked emotions. Maybe you kind of like bottle up your emotions, Pisces. Which makes sense because like as the oldest in the zodiacs, you know, you have a lot of wisdom, you feel a lot. And in this sense, you're going to be like holding back a lot of your emotions in this situation. Which is, I think is the best advice here is like if you're feeling a lot and you're dealing with someone who is very manipulative and is very careless when they're angry, you don't want to agitate it by like expressing your emotions. Hold back a bit. With the Page of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, it's also showing that there is a lot of immaturity that can happen here. Be careful of like, you know, trying to escape from reality and losing focus too much. There's a chance here that like you might be self-neglecting yourself if you do that too much. Like some people like they do that. They do things to like escape reality and disassociate. Maybe like play video games. Maybe they'll like read books a lot. Maybe they'll watch a lot of movies. They basically kind of like zone out of reality. And it's like when you do that too often, you self-neglect to a certain degree. So be careful of doing those type of activities that might deteriorate your mental health. It's also showing me here with the World card in reverse, followed by the Death card, that you don't really feel complete. And you don't know what to do to fix that. I see like a lot of like lack of vision here. And there's a lot of resistance to change when that happens. You might be even losing sleep here regarding this situation. But like the Eight of Pentacles came in upright saying that like there's a lot to learn here. Okay, you probably know what to do and what the answers are, but you just have to really hone in on like upping your skills. Okay, this is all part of the process and you have to trust the process. Okay, at some point like you might be inconsistent because your intuition's blocked out with that Moon card in reverse and the Three of Wands. There's something here that's not being shown to you and you're not catching on to it. Like open your eyes a bit more and try to like, you know, lock in and pay attention to your surroundings because there's something that you're missing. You're going to be coming across a lot of obstacles because of that. So you need to improve your foresight because you're struggling with not really focusing on things. And maybe it's like the disassociativeness that's coming into play, that's like affecting your ability to like have foresight on your situation. Your intuition's blocked out. So just really take time to really like focus on the things that are important, improving your skill set. And I know like sometimes it's rough and you want to disassociate, but like you gotta like limit that because it's also like not really helping you focus on what's really important here, Pisces. So I hope that resonates. I hope this helps you. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next reading. Let's finish this up, Scorpio. I'm getting shit done tonight. Sorry. All right, Scorpio. I'm sorry, but I saved you for last. Okay, what are some messages for Scorpio for the beginning of April? Oh, we got the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. This is weird right off the bat. So we got the... I'm sensing that Scorpio, I don't know if this is you or someone else, but it's giving heavy, I'm miserable, but I'm stubborn type energy with that King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone in a position of authority maybe, but like they have been very unfair. Someone who's been very unfair and is very selfish and might even be in debt. Like they're not giving. Damn, I'm dealing with some insufferable ass mofo. What are some... Can you tell me more? Like, what the heck? What's going on here? The Emperor in reverse. Chaos. That's what's going on here. Damn, Scorpio was good. Are you okay? Tell me more. Tell me more about Scorpio. I'm sorry. It's just the way that came out was kind of crazy. Tell me more. This one. Oh, you're having a tower moment. Yikes. Oh, you're exhausted. Okay, I'm gonna be real, Scorpio. I think you might be like going through a breakup with someone. Like, this is giving love reading, despite like, oh my god, despite what's happening. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read this. So, Scorpio, it seems like you have been dealing with someone who's very stubborn and very, like, unfair and selfish. I'm getting the Emperor in reverse, so this is showing me someone, along with the Tower. It's completely chaotic, you and this person. And they've been trying to dominate you, and it's like, I think you guys are going through a separation with that Tower card. It's showing me that, like, this is a pretty big, like a big, like, breakup, you could say, that is causing you to shake you to your inner core, you know? Like, things are falling apart because of all this. It's so chaotic between you and this person. You guys are breaking up. You guys are, like, getting separated. You guys are arguing. It's so, like, unbelievable. Like, I know I'm coming off like a little dramatic, but, like, this is kind of like negative, 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 punch, punch, punch. And so, you are exhausted, my friend. You have been feeling stuck. You've been laying up late, stressed out with what's happened between you and this person. And with this Two of Cups in reverse, it's showing me a lot of, like, separation. Because you guys cannot get along. There's been too many fights. You've been going through it with this person. And I know I'm saying it in past tense, but, like, it could also be happening right now. That, like, things are not working out and you guys are gonna break up, and it's gonna lead to this kind of, like, environment where you're just like, you're done. You're done. Everything worse that could happen happened, and you are separating from this person. But don't worry. Someone else is coming into play. But I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think you're ready for another relationship. Despite another person coming in that is, like, the exact opposite, it seems like you're resisting it. You're struggling and challenging it, and you just don't. You're traumatized. You're not ready for another relationship. Even if like your Prince Charming is coming in, you're just not ready for that. Because, like, you're traumatized. Hidden factors. Yeah, we got Tower in reverse. Scorpio, what is going on with you, girl? You might not be a girl, but, like, I'm saying girl. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna read this. Scorpio, with the Tower in reverse, it's showing me that you're scared of changes that are going to happen. And these are things within hidden factors. So, it's not over. This Tower moment where it shakes you to your core and everything worse that could happen happens, like, it's not done. You're not ready for a new relationship because there's still stuff from this situation that's still gonna be taking place the coming weeks. That might even happen now too, you know, honestly. It shows me that you are definitely going through a betrayal that you weren't aware of. This person betrayed you. With this card, the Seven of Swords. They thought they can get away with it. And you're probably going to find out more of how, like, they betrayed you. There's other things that they haven't revealed just yet. Ay, nako. So this person was not committed to you at all. with this Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. They were looking at other options. They might have been like flirting online. They might have been talking to people, but didn't really necessarily get with them because they weren't committed to you. And they were just being greedy. Meanwhile, yeah, this is probably, yeah, like, damn. While you were resting and you were just like trying to relax and chill, maybe even when you're sleeping, this person was like betraying you and doing things behind your back. They might have been like texting someone, meeting with someone, talking online. I don't see that they actually did anything, but I see that they wanted to though, because they were very greedy. They were only thinking about themselves. They weren't really thinking about you at all regarding this. And then you get the Empress card and the Queen of Cups, followed by the Eight of Swords in reverse, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, what you don't know is that you are someone who is very nurturing. I feel like you're the type of person that wants to start a family. You're the type of person that is very compassionate and nurturing, and you bring comfort. And this person knows that about you. That's how they saw you. But in spite of that, there's a lot of like negative thoughts that took place here. This person thinks that even though you were very nurturing and you probably wanted to start a family and you were very giving and compassionate, they feel like there was a lot of like self limits here. Like they feel like it wasn't really like I think like with them they want to try out different perspectives. Like you're a little too old-fashioned for them and they want to try out different things. That's not wrong. That's not necessarily wrong. Some people are like that. Like some people know what they want and then they're very stable and they're very set on what they want. But this person wants to try out different things. They're not compatible with you. They want to experiment. They want to try different things. They just want to like go out there and do different things. You guys are on different like levels in your life. They're not ready to settle down. You are though. And because of that, you know, there is a lot of like opportunity here for you that's going to come. I do see like an abundance of opportunities coming your way. Like this person is not for you. Okay? But like that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you necessarily. It just means that like you guys are incompatible. And it's just like there are other opportunities coming. Like here earlier it was mentioning like this prince coming in, but you're not even ready for that. You don't want to take that. But he's not the only one. There's more people coming, okay? There's more opportunities coming your way. You just have to get through this. Some advice. Can I get some advice for Scorpio? Four of Wands in reverse. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna read these cards. Alright, Scorpio. So I'm gonna read the cards that are upright, and then I'm gonna read the overall like advice here. So the first card we have here is the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is the embodiment of happiness, joy, and harmonious family environment. It can also signify a deep, satisfying romantic relationship. Outside of the interpersonal relationships, you're being true to yourself and having established a clear set of personal values and adjusting your life accordingly. Then you have the Sun. The Sun represents success, radiance, and abundance. The Sun gives you strength and tells you that no matter where you go or what you do, your positive and radiant energy will follow you and bring you happiness and joy. The beautiful, warm energy is what will get you through the tough times and help you succeed. So some keywords here is just success, fortunate marriage and happiness. And then you have the Nine of Wands here upright that says you're in the final stretch, but not completely done yet. You may be faced with a few more obstacles before crossing the finish line, but you can do it. You may feel worn down, but you have the resilience and steadfastness to overcome whatever comes your way. This is the last darkness before the dawn. And then you got the Three of Swords. Oh, wait, resilience, persistence, and courage. Sorry. The Three of Swords indicates a time of pain and heartbreak. However, it encourages you to use this pain as a lesson learned. Accept your loss, release the pain, and move on the past from behind you. And some keywords here is heartache, grief, and love triangles. All right, so overall messages here for you. So you got the Four of Wands and then the Ten of Cups. So there's definitely some tension. Might be a difficult home life. So I'm not sure if you live with this person, but there's definitely some tension you've noticed and you're not happy with them, but you will find happiness though with that Ten of Cups coming right afterwards. Like, you're not happy right now, but you will be happy soon for sure. And like earlier mentioned, like, you're going through the last stages of like this situation. You just have to hang in there because something new is going to come in where you will be happy. Okay, like, you have to be resilient, you have to have courage, and you gotta like hold your ground in your beliefs. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that like you have a certain way of doing things, and you have a certain expectation that you have for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. And don't judge yourself overall. You know, like, I do see like a lot of judgment here. Maybe you feel gaslighted by this person in some way. No, don't hear that. Like, this is not meant to last between you and this person. This person is not going to be around that long, and you're going to find someone who will be that person that understands you and is going to marry you and give you the life you want. You know, with that Sun card and then the Star card, like, I know like there's points here where you feel like you want a fortunate and successful and happy marriage with someone, but like there's not that in this connection. All right, this person's very arrogant. They're very pessimistic. They're just ruining your vibes. They're bad vibes, honestly. And then you have the Queen of Cups and then the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. They're both in reverse. So it's talking about emotional insecurity, and it's talking about impatience and lack of ambition. Like, this might be describing this person, and it might also be describing you. But at the end of the day, it's just like, that's not what you want. You try to make it work. But this person is even going behind your back and sneakily doing things behind your back. That's not the kind of like marriage you want with someone. Okay, you want to be able to trust someone, and they can't give you that, and they're very insecure and they need validation from different people and different types of people. That's a them problem. That's not a you problem, honestly. And you know, like, you don't need that negative energy. You know what you want. You're confident. You know what you want in life, and this isn't it, honestly, for you. But like, I don't think that you're incapable of finding it. There's actually options waiting for you to get out of this connection. So my best advice is like, let this Tower moment happen, heal from it. You're right for not like getting into a relationship right away with someone who might be interested, and you're not trying to use anyone to get over this. You want to like end it properly, you want to heal properly, and then you will meet someone that is going to give you that happiness. So it's okay. Let go, Scorpio. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. I know this might mess with your confidence, but there is someone out there waiting for you. You just have to get past this point, okay? And I hope this resonates with you. And if it does, I hope it gives you a lot of like encouragement and advice and helps you through this experience, okay? That was your reading.